Okay, my name is Travis. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the outside of the Rpod. We'll do another one with the inside, and then we'll do one with the hitch and the sewage system, as well as a few of the things inside. Real quick, this is our Rpod. You have our, just a quick, yeah, you can see it's a 20 foot. It weighs about under 3,000 pounds. It's 2,700 pounds. This is the storage that we have. It's where we'll keep everything, all of your equipment. That includes your jack tool. You'll have some more stable platforms where you can chalk the vehicle, like you see the yellow chalk. We have two chalks. We have an extension cord and a white hose. The white hose is the only hose you need to use when it comes to filling up the water. You don't want to use other hoses. It could contaminate the fresh water tank. We also have gloves and some sewage equipment like this one here. I'm going to show you the other sewage equipment hose that we have too when it comes to dump. You do have to dump the trailer after your use. If you come back with it, we'll have to charge you a little bit to do that. So keep that in mind, because there's usually dump stations at the campers that you have. We also have this fake grass that you get to take with you, and you can put it out in front of the door because it's kind of nice to have something that's not dirt. Come on over here real quick. I'll show you. Here's where our batteries are. Here's our propane tank. So generally I'll give you an extra propane tank if you run out. If you run out of those things, I do ask that you fill them back up. So keep that in mind. Here's your jack that we're going to have. We're going to go through a tutorial over that. You do have an external light when it comes to turning those things on. Here's our freshwater tank. This is the freshwater tank. This is the direct hookup if you're trying to do a direct line to a faucet or anything like that from a full hookup site. Otherwise you would want to put all the water here. I usually give it to you dry because I want it to be easier on your gas mileage. So it's something that usually you'll fill up when you get closer to your site, or when you're on site if they already have water that you can get available there. A lot of gas stations also have water. You can look and do your research on that. But I usually don't fill up because I want to make sure it's easier on your gas mileage. Right down here is the black water drainage right here, and I'm going to show you that to you later. And underneath here you have the freshwater plug for our freshwater tank that you can actually get rid of the water at the end of your camping trip to make it easier on you to get home without having to drag that extra weight of a whole full tank. And right here you have the gray water tank sewage outlet right there. On here you have your external shower if you wanted to use it, as well as our power source that you would have that you hook up to our generator or the campsite. You would likely use our generator, and it's made for that, and the generator has all the instructions on it. It's really easy to use. We will fill it up with gas, but we do ask that you refill it when you return it, so keep that in mind. Here's our back tire. We'll give you the extra propane tank. Now, one thing that I want to show you real fast is that you see these on all in the front ends. You'll have these are called stabilizer jacks. They are not meant to hold the entire weight of the camper. They're meant to just keep things firm. So whenever you're going down on when you're pulling it down to set it up, as soon as you feel that get tight and firm, then you want to stop. You don't need to do any more than that. Most of the way the camper should be on the tires and the front jack, the main jack. Make sure that whenever you're towing the camper that you have this bar going across the door just like this. In case that door gets loose, it won't go anywhere because this is going to help secure it. Also, what you want to do is here's your step ladder. But before you leave, you want to make sure that you put that step ladder back where it goes. You do not want to keep this down. The same goes when you're leaving. There's a vent up there where the restroom is, and we'll show you that to you in a little bit in the next tutorial. You gotta make sure that that comes down when you leave, otherwise it will pop off, and that'll be another damage that you don't want to be responsible for. So keep that in mind. So this is basically the overview of the camper on the outside.